Hi folks, welcome back to my Let's Play of Horizon Zero Dawn as I move into the DLC into the Frozen Wilds. As it's been a while since I played on screen sort of thing, I've been playing quite a few days for myself. Got quite addicted to it, to be honest with you. I thought I'd show you the progress I've made and see how things currently stand. Okay. Let's go through the quests a sec. I see into the Frozen Wilds is the active one. Just have a quick look here, some of the things I've done. Let's do that again, that's perhaps a little bit quick. Errands. I've still got some open things I want to get back to at some point. See, I've done quite a lot of upgrades on outfits, ammo, pouches, carry capacity generally, that sort of thing. Golden fast travel was a major thing to get. And the big one is getting shadow of all the different weapon types, which I'll cover a little bit more in a moment. Another big thing I have done, which I didn't capture at all during my Let's Play, unfortunately, was the Tornex. I've now completed all of those, which if we look at the map all the way up, you can see I've now unlocked the entire map as is. Of course, we've now got this big area here, which is yet to be discovered into the Frozen Wilds. In terms of the weapons, as I say, all new shadow ones. We know about Silence Lance, the Rattler, not really that powerful thing. Shadow Sling, Tripcaster, Ropecaster, Hunter Bow, and I have a Bannock Culling Bow and a Karja Mighty Bow as well, if I want to use those. In terms of the outfits, I need to show you this one really. I've unlocked this amazing outfit which you have to complete the power cell quest to get. It's better I come over here and actually show you on Aloy, to be honest with you. Basically it's this ancient armour that projects a force field, which is stitched onto her outfit and basically protects from damage. After you take some hits, you have to get away and let it recharge for a bit. As long as you recharge, you can take hit after hit and it protects you really good. So if we just show you that quickly. There we go. Don't know why the X against ancient armour. It's definitely been done. I've got the armour, so that's a bit weird. Okay, look at the other outfits. You see I've got Nora Heavy, already had that one, so Survivor Heavy, Karja Storm Ranger, Bannock Trailblazer, that's a new one, and Karja Blazing Heavy. But I'll pretty much be sticking with the Shield Weaver because that's protection on that is so much better. You can take loads of hits with it, so I think that's about it in here. Just to show you the modifications I've got on. That's the Rattler. Okay, the Sling. See, I've got the Freeze Coil, Fire Coil, Shadow Tripcaster, 61% handling, 24% shock, 24% damage. The Shadow Ropecaster, not quite so good on this, got 11% handling coil. I think this is all handling, thinking about it. 57% handling, that's the best one, very rare. And 17% handling there.
Still be getting some others on that, really. Hopefully upgrade that at some point. Okay, the Shadow Hunter bow. This is where it's at, really is the most important weapon as far as I'm concerned. That one I'll be using a lot. 39% damage coil there, 51% handling coil, 42% fire. So that's all looking pretty good. Sure there's room for upgrades, but I'm pretty happy. And I've also got the Balance Culling bow, 28% fire on that, and 7% damage.
Cardio Mighty Bow, 23% damage, 42% tear. Again, it could do with a little bit of work, but more worried about sticking to this one. Honestly, I have upgraded the carry capacity a fair old bit. Probably is if I show you in the actual game. A big one for me. Getting a hardpoint arrow, and a big one for me basically is the bow, as I said. Getting hardpoint arrows really helps taking down the tougher machines. Standard hunter arrow, and fire arrow. And we're up to 8 on the tripcaster, fire, shock and blast. On the sling, shock, freeze, fire there. Only got one spot on the rope caster at the moment. I would like to get that up to the 3 segments like the other ones if I can, but still pretty pleased with the improvement, because when you last saw me, basically I only had it playing quarters, so that's up to 25 carry capacity anyway, so we're looking pretty good.
It's heavy. World's going white.
Yep, sure is, Aloy. Right, that's pretty much it. Ready to get started into the Frozen Wilds. Just to show you, basically, I've got to get up to there. The other thing I was just going to quickly show you is just to show you what I have actually done in terms of time spent on this. When I finished off completing the game, it'll be there 17th of December, I was up to level 24, so not that far, about 34 hours spent on it. I am now all the way up there. I got it to level 36, and nearly 62 hours in, well, less than a couple of weeks, so I've been playing this quite a lot. Anyway, that's that, and ready to start the gameplay. I'm just going to take a little bit of a break before I set off, and then see you shortly. Before I do get on with it, if you like my videos, please take the opportunity to give this video a like. If you enjoy my videos, also please hit the subscribe button and notifications, so you can get notified when I've got new videos up. Do subscribe to my Facebook page, Geronimo Let's Play, and also follow me on Twitter at Geronimo Let. Okay, let's get started on Into the Frozen Wilds.
What are you doing, Aloy? This path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your task.
Surprised you're still checking up on me. I thought you had moved on.
Well, forgive me for still being concerned with the fate of the world.
I was thinking, Banuk shamans thread blue cables through their skin, right? Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's not the past that concerns me, Aloy. It's the future. Or possible lack thereof. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you'll do as you wish.
Touchy. This one's a new predator. I can see the heat coming off it. Okay, that's a welcome, I guess.
You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
I've worked up a sweat from the climb.
You made it to the cut, Outlander.
Not that you'll stay long.
This is Song's Edge, biggest settlement in the cut.
These are dangerous lands, Outlander. Deadly, even.
Smoke rising from the mountain. And the village, too. What's it for?
Our shaman has abandoned us. Our chieftain has led our best to their deaths. Where should we find hope now?
You died on Thunder's drum. Your songs will not be forgotten.
Who knows better how to lead than Aratak? We must put our faith in him.
The smoke from the mountain is worse today. Bad omen for the ritual. How are we to trust the chieftain after so many died under his command?
Must be something big going on.
Know that
Most of the village is moving towards that smoke.
Any moment. Trust that our hunters knew this. May the songs of the lost ever return.
Our chieftain has led our best to their deaths. Where should we find hope now?
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Bergrand, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead, but not today.
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for. Falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear!
Our blood is in your teeth, Aratak!
We are Banuk. Our enemies are prey.
The daemon. That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice, for free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Aurea, spouting on about spirits and daemons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Warwick up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Aurea vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her, but no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a Warwick chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish. But when he and Aurea came to town with their Warwick, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. Know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then, he goes and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines. So much for my best customers.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin? Like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered. Like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave. Or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Aurea's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
And Aurea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum. And they believed her.
But you don't.
Look, I don't know what Aurea found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Aurea's not around to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
What are these Warwicks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Yeah, not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts. Prove your best at something, and you might get a place. Some Warwicks come and go. Some last as long as metal. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Warwicks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Well, here's the sure thing. Each Warwick has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed. And the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth. Filled with wild animals. You think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid. Don't believe me, I've tried to convince them. But a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
I want to know more about this daemon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it. Something connected to how the machines behave.
Then you need to find Aurea. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rafts. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine, like no one's seen before.
Well, now I'm definitely interested. Thanks for the talk, Bergrand.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak could tell me more about Aurea or
topple over
Thunderstrom.
and crush whoever's foolish
Might be
enough
worth a
to be
shot.
near it.
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good. Outlander, I suppose you wish to speak?
Aurea knows about this daemon. Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not an Outlander's.
This daemon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines, made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
There are other Weraks in Song's Edge too?
Yes. The village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last, until the Karja seek war again.
Did your Werak come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banur to face the threat of the daemon. But I was born here, and stayed to fight the Karja when others retreated into the mountains. A few of my old warriors remained with me, those who survived.
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I have put my word to it.
Even with the risks being so great?
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our heads to the challenge and say too much.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. I prefer deeds to words.
Right.
Even if I cared to travel south, I'd not get much further than the Graveyard. That place disturbs
The new machines cannot be unkillable.
Deep den, silenced by rising
The Nora
waters.
mind their own business and fight for their own land. The way it should be.
Okay, if I want to learn more about how this daemon affects the machines, I've got to find Aurea. And to do that, I need to talk to her apprentice, who followed the river north.
The daemon's markings are fearsome, but a skilled hunter doesn't let fear rule them.
Chill almost feels like sunburn. Outlanders.
From the clutches
Karja
of the shadow
Outlanders.
Karja.
Prince Edaman is no traitor. He's joined his brother in the palace.
Had enough work. Maybe I'll go fishing tomorrow.
How did we get so close to the Sun King? The Oseram Guard will be blaming their shadows for their mistakes.
These days, I'm gonna look him in the face and tell him I quit.
We're letting the Oseram take Derval?
Bergren said Araya's apprentice went north of the river. Hopefully not too far. That must be Naltuk, looking out at that tower. It looks like it's sending out a pulse or signal. Interesting. Maybe I could override it. Got their attention. for later. Could override it. Use the pulses for myself. Pulse from the tower. Okay then, let's see if this thing can work for me. Just go about your business. You'll do. I can get out of this. Won't waste this. Are you Neltuk?
I've been observing that tower for hours. How the daemon's light pulses through it, repairing machines. You overcame it, just like that.
Kind of what I do. I'm looking for Araya. Can you help me?
She's gone where only shamans can tread. She left in search of answers from the voice in the blue light. And yet, what she truly seeks is hope. After what I just saw, you could show her that. She's in retreat beyond those mountains, the ice rasps. You'll have to walk the shaman's path to get there. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine, a great machine covered in blue gleam. Shamans who complete the path take a piece of it as reward. If you make it that far, you should too. You'll have earned it.
You said something about blue gleam at the end of the shaman's path?
A crystal that builds on the bodies of machines in the oldest ice. We Banuk believe it's the stuff of the blue light, frozen as it escapes their shells. You might be more interested that merchants will trade well for it.
Bergren told me you're Araya's apprentice.
In her absence, I serve the chieftain and his werak as an advisor, a scout, a speaker for the blue light.
A lot of responsibilities.
I don't know if I can live up to Araya's example, but I have to try. I owe her that much. She took a chance on me. An aspiring shaman from the edge of the world. No one else would.
Were you with Araya when they attacked the mountain?
I wish I had been, even with all that happened. I'm no warrior, though, so she bid me wait. When Araya and the chieftain returned, I saw them argue bitterly. I don't know what about exactly. Then she came to me, gave me my task, and left us.
How do I cross this shaman's path?
Go to the ice rasps. Then follow the markers through the ice caves and the waterfalls, and make the climb to the shrine. But be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal, the final trial of a young shaman's training.
And I'll find Araya at the end of it?
No. She goes further up, somewhere inside the mountain. If you see her, would you tell her I have faith she will hear the voice again.
All right, I guess I'm off to the ice rasps to find this shaman's path.